Have YouTube. The Sermon in the Sack is on YouTube. And there are people, at least some of my relatives from elsewhere throughout the country, that look at these things and watch them. And I hope get something out of them other than seeing, there's Uncle Steve doing something silly again.
Or Grandpa.
Or Grandpa. Hey. Ohio State. Am I taking my life in my own hands wearing this in Iowa country?
We'll buy you an Iowa State one, don't worry.
Well, Iowa State would work. Iowa might not work, but we'll see. Ohio State. I grew up a Buckeyes fan. And I still am a Buckeyes fan. But those of you who know anything about football realize that this year the Buckeyes are playing the best football in the Big Ten. But they are not eligible to play for the Big Ten championship or in any postseason games because they did some stuff they weren't supposed to do. They cheated. Had players that sold stuff they weren't supposed to be selling, and actually traded it for tattoos in some cases, which makes no sense to me. If I had a ring from a national championship team, I don't think I would trade it for a tattoo. But some of these players do strange things. Then the coach covered everything up. I can relate to that. In my life, I have done things that I shouldn't have done. And sometimes, I then tried to cover it up. You boys ever do that? Ever get in the cookie jar? You guys ever do that? Nobody's going to admit to ever getting cookies out of the cookie jar?
No, never.
None of them. Perfect kids, huh? Do you ever get cookies out of the cookie jar? You did? Now, did you ever blame one of your other brothers for doing it instead? Yeah. Okay, he's honest. The rest of you I don't know about, but he's honest. Just last night, huh? Okay. Yeah, with some of us, it's more recent than others. We've all done that. That's the nature of sin. We've all done things wrong, and often the nature of sin is to try to blame somebody else. And it goes all the way back to the beginning. You find that in the book of Genesis. God told Adam and Eve not to eat the tree. The serpent came along and said, "Hey Eve, I think it looks good. Go ahead and try some of it." She tried some and gave it to Adam. They became aware of their condition. They hid from God. God came down and when he said, "Hey Adam, where are you?" It wasn't because Adam was playing hide and go seek so well. God knew exactly where he was. He wanted Adam to realize his condition. Adam came out and decided at first, let's blame Eve. We've gone on to do that ever since then. It's all Eve's fault. It's all the woman. Wasn't for the woman, we wouldn't have those problems.
That's what I learned.
You'll pay for that later. Ooh, that got an amen. This could get real bad here. But Adam went even further. It wasn't just the woman. It's the woman that you gave me, God. So ultimately, God, it's your fault. Oh. Sometimes we want to try that too. Well, yeah, God, I did something wrong. You shouldn't have said it was wrong anyway. Everybody else is doing it. It ought to be okay. Or, God, I did something wrong. You made me the way I am. You gave me free choice. I just used my free choice. Used it badly. Recognize who we are. Every single one of us are sinners. In need of the grace of God. That's why Jesus
Amen.
came. So recognize that, realize that, and cry out to God for forgiveness. Live in that grace and in that mercy. And think about that when you don't see Ohio State playing in the postseason this year. You might not